What's up, everybody? My name is Iman Omari, here to make some beats. You know what I'm saying? On Serato Studio. We going to get the vibes going. I'm going to show you how I create dopeness in here because Serato Studio is super dope. I'm going to be using the Iman Omari sound pack drums up in here. I'm gonna be using a sample that I made from scratch, from scritty as I like to say. And yeah, I made the sample from scratch, brought it into Serato Studio, flipped a beat with it. Let me show you how. Let's get into the drums, right? Let's do that. Now we're looking at the drums. All right. So pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. I input them hi-hats uh, kind of like the Fruity Loops way. You know what I mean by that is most of the Fruity Loops guys, they just like they click in their drums. I know some of you using MIDI, but you click in the drums, which I'm not hating. If it sound good, it sound good. You can right click 16 note in, and it's all in there. Also, if this were my hi hats, like how I did the hi hats, I just don't want to mess them up. What you would do is you would click on this right here, and this new window pops up. You hold Shift, grab everything. Hold up. Quite noisy, but whatever. Hold Shift, grab everything, and then you'll be able to move it like so. You know, so that'll give you a little more swang on your drums. Swang. Yeah, but no, if you want some nice swing on your drums, definitely use this to pivot your drums. And this works also for synthesizer sounds, bass sounds, whatever. You can do the same thing. Even with your sample chops, you can move it too. All right, cool. So let's clear that out because that's not what I wanted, but I just wanted to show you guys that. Cool. And then also, if you hold command over these different MIDI inputs, you can see the velocity, right? Click and hold and go up and down. You'll see it starts to get a darker color. It's like a grayish color. It's good to have velocity because it'll give your drum some dynamics and you won't sound stale. All right, cool. All right, so let me show you what else I did. So I like to throw a little bit of effects on there. So I'm using the stock plugin from Serato Studio called Dry Reverb. Super dope. And I use the RC20. So I'm using the vinyl preset on there. I turn off the noise because it usually has this noise that comes in there, which I don't like. So I turned off the noise and left everything else on and then gave me a little more room. So I dropped it down to 30 hertz so I could get a little more of that rumble and that kick. Yeah. So I use this just to give it a little more life. So let me play the drums without the RC20 with without with. So yes, it obviously sounds better because it just does. Like, come on now. If you have ears, then you know. So, anyways, moving right along. Also, too, a little bit later, I'll show you why I have this drum up here that I have muted, mainly because I'm still using this kick right here for a specific reason, and I'll tell you why in a second. Now, the sample. Here we go. Spicy. Yeah, that's dope. I like that. I also made that. All right, so here's my sample chops. And yeah, with the samples, just quite simple. Of course, I went over here, went to set random, found some chops that I like. You can also be sure to favorite things that you like on here. You could click it, click favorite on the chops you like, and then keep setting random until you find more chops that you like. That's another dope method I like to use in order to chop up the sample to find some good pieces in there. But anyways, let's play. Here we go. So here's the chops. So what I'm using on the sample is this hard sidechain compression. Serato Studio has a really dope sidechain compression. You should use it. If you don't, I kind of swear by it. But the reason why I kept this muted drum up here is because I liked what this kick was doing to the sample, which is different than the drums that I have down here. I'll play them for you for a second. Right, so totally different drum pattern, right? But that kick I liked, so I'm using that kick in particular to activate the sidechain compression on the sample. And let me let you hear what that sounds like. That's without it. And here's with it on. See, so I just pushed up the hard sidechain compression a little more so you can hear what's happening. But yeah, let me undo that. But yeah, so basically what it's doing, like I said, is ducking the sample in a way that almost feels like musical and rhythmic. So that's why I left it, because it's kind of doing like a polyrhythmic thing with the drums that I already have in there. So I like that a lot. All right, let's talk about the bass and the synth. So pretty self-explanatory with the synth and bass. With the synth, I added this RC20 short slapback. Sounds great. A little bit of computer room echo and a soft side chain, so it's kind of pumping with the beat. And yeah. And then let's go to that bass. So with the bass, I'm using the RC20 again. I know, a lot of RC20s, but it sounds tight. Then I'm using the R bass to give me some harmonic saturation. I pushed up that intensity a lot, frequency around 80, so I felt like that was a sweet spot. Feel free when you're using this, if you have this, which is from the Waves bundle, to just slide it to the left and right till you find that sound. But anyways, yeah, man. So, and it gave me that sound that I wanted on the bass. All right, now let's go to the formatting of the song. So when I click this little robot over here in the right hand corner, or up here too if you're working in scenes, I click on this and now you can see all of the automation view, right? So what I did was I clicked on this drop down menu, go to mixer, go to mute, so I can just only mess with the mutes because I want to do some dropouts. And if you've been making beats for a while, you know that dropouts in your beats and just different things happening like that are effective, and it makes your beat more interesting. Okay, so let me play you some of these drops that I did. Here's another one. So just some really dope things to do with your beat in Serato Studio. Lastly, after adding, all my stuff in there, I got the levels kind of right. What I did was I go to the master, and this is important, guys, because you want your beat to be knocking hard when you present it to people, you know. So let me turn this master compressor and this limiter off. Right, so this is what the beat sound like without it. Then I'm gonna turn them on. Yeah, man, you want to focus that beat a little more, man. So that master compression is just focusing my sound a little more, and that limiter is just kind of, pushing us over a little bit with the loudness. So that joint slaps. So yeah, man, let's play it from the top. And there you have it, people. A hot ass beat. Shout out Serato, man, and all the guys over there, man. Shout out Serato Studio. Please go to imanomari.com and get my sound packs and drum loops and sample loops and whatever you can find on there. And shout out Vibe Music Collective, man. Much love. Peace.